ChatGPT is taking over the world, and by 2030, robots will be living with us and we're all gonna die. Yes, everyone, huge elephant in the room and a big talking point in the big old years of the 2020s. It's the AI.
This is the AI.
It's been changing lives as you know it. People are writing essays with it, they're searching things up with it, they're asking it for life advice, which I highly recommend. AI knows so much, it probably knows who my grandparents are. Who are my grandparents? Huh. Maybe it doesn't. Most importantly, the video games are being made with it. The way games are being coded today, most people will use AI if they get stuck on an issue or they can't be bothered doing something. Almost everybody uses it. In fact, everybody in this room, if you're not using AI to code, please raise your hand. My point is, it's a very powerful tool, and I understand people using it if they want to speed up processes or they want to automate mundane tasks. However, this is also a warning sign for people who are planning to use it, especially for game development. Presented by me. Games take a while to make. It's many skills to learn at once. The coding, the art design, the music, and the marketing. It really is tough, and AI can help with some of those processes of coding, easing it off usually the one singular developer, you. To be honest, give it a few years and you're gonna see games popping up on Steam made entirely in AI. For example, games such as AI Roguelike and My Daughter in Family A. Are you kidding me? What is this? What is this? But there are three major issues with AI that can at best cause you minor inconveniences and at worst destroy your entire project. Those of which I'll highlight today for those who aren't from a coding background to really truly understand the reality and behind of the scenes of game development, and for those who are already established or are trying to establish themselves like myself to understand and to be careful of falling into these certain traps when you're coding your games. Numero uno, the first issue. Imagine chatbots as toddlers. They have great potential, absorb a lot of information, and can grow rapidly to be very intelligent. But sometimes they can also say its favorite color is Wednesday. It's still an evolving market and it's something to be looked over. Case study, have you seen those videos popping up on YouTube being like, insert chatbot makes insert game? Now, follow-up question, have you seen how good those games are? Sure, you can get a gem in the rough and you get AI surpassing human expectation, but 99% of the time, especially at this current moment, human brains just beat AI in terms of game development and creativity. And not to forget, AI has no personality. They are programmed to learn from patterns and collect information from online resources. Human brains, always evolving. When Newton had an apple fall on his head, do you think anybody discovered that beforehand? I mean, probably. The second issue. You know when you ask AI to code something quick and you're like, yeah, I'll figure this out later. And then later comes and your code looks like this.
What the hell?
Yeah, don't be that guy. If you're starting out and learning how to code, only use AI assistance when you are really stuck on a problem. When you're learning to code, you need to actually physically write the code. Otherwise, you're gonna be 500 lines in and thinking, wait, what does this do? This is the exact same concept as tutorial hell, where you follow tutorial guides to make a game and then you open a new project and you have no idea how to begin. It gets so damn messy after a while, and eventually nobody's gonna know what abomination you've just created.
Nah, bro, what the hell is this?
I'm definitely in the early stages of my career and I still have a lot to learn, but believe me when I say this, I've been there. Learn from my mistakes. The third worry, plagiarism and the loss of jobs due to AI is a major concern. And to be honest, in 2030, ChatGPT might become a farmer. This is a big worry for many different reasons. Artists, developers, and many different faculties may lose their jobs, or even worse, they may get their art stolen and not be credited by AI. This is obviously a big no-no. Companies are probably just going to use AI generated photos for Companies are probably just going to use AI generated photos for ads, art pieces, whatever they need, and everybody else left in the dust. However, there is still a gray area with AI What is considered plagiarism? Is this stealing? Is this unethical? Which it is. Many of those thoughts are concerning for honestly everybody. But I pose a question. How many all-star 10 out of 10 games were made before AI was even a thought bubble in somebody's head? 100? 500? Hundreds of thousands? Now, how many were made after AI? As I said before, people can use it to speed up processes and help them in coding. However, I think that game development should be a mainly human industry. AI is very helpful, but it should not be the forefront of development. Artists should be able to make art for purpose and drive personality and emotion. Producers should be able to make music to fit the theme of areas in your game. And developers should make intentional choices of how their game should be played. I bet if the industry does evolve into an AI-driven space, there will be a high demand for a full human authentic team, just because AI does not capture what humans can capture. AI is really good at copying things, but it cannot copy human emotion. There's definitely a lot of pros and cons to AI. And to be honest, it's hard to tread now because it's also a very new topic. However, it is fascinating to see where its involvement will be in the next 3 or 4 years, since it's just so rapidly growing. And there are definitely many things from this video that I still have to learn, considering I'm so new, as well as for you guys to learn and maybe get some insight on. But when it comes to game development, humans have been telling stories since the caveman eras. They have created artwork that speaks to others on a deeper level, and humans are the only ones that can connect with one another in a different way. Games do all these things at the same time, and truly there's nothing that can replace the human aspect, the memories of playing a game. If you have any opinions about the usage of AI in game development, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'd love to have a discussion about it. I'm really curious on the different perspectives everyone has about this. I love video games. They tell stories from real people, and they will be amazing till the end of time. Okay, thanks.